In the heart of South America lies the Pantanal, the world's largest tropical wetland. As the pre-dawn mist begins to lift, it reveals a landscape entirely transformed by water. In these quiet, flooded plains, the spectacular Victoria water lily unfurls its delicate petals to catch the first golden rays of the sun. It is a serene and beautiful beginning to a day governed by the ancient rhythms of survival. But the tranquility of the morning is soon broken by the river's most boisterous residents. The giant otter, often called the river wolf, is a formidable and highly social predator. Emerging from their subterranean dens, these tight-knit families begin their day with rigorous grooming and playful affection, reinforcing the bonds that are crucial for their survival in the wild. Once they slip into the river, their playful demeanor shifts instantly into a masterclass of coordinated hunting. Moving in synchronized aquatic formations, they corner agile prey with remarkable speed. Though a fresh catch is sometimes begrudgingly shared, the success of the hunt is a true testament to the family's unified strength, their energetic presence dominating the waterways. Away from the rushing currents, the open, sun-baked clearings host an entirely different kind of gathering. Herds of capybaras, the largest rodents on Earth, graze placidly among the tall reeds. These highly aquatic mammals rely heavily on the water, not just for deep mud baths to cool their thick fur, but as a vital sanctuary from the relentless heat. Within the herd, life moves at a leisurely pace as mothers tenderly nurse their young. Yet, in the Pantanal, peace is incredibly fragile. A subtle rustle in the dry grass or a snapped twig sends a ripple of electric tension through the ranks. In an instant, placid grazing gives way to rigid vigilance. At the first sign of an unseen threat, the entire herd retreats swiftly into the deeper waters, an ever-present reminder of the invisible dangers that share their home. The source of such unease is almost always the undisputed sovereign of this wetland, the jaguar. Unlike the lions of the African savanna, this magnificent feline is a solitary phantom, perfectly adapted to the dappled light and dense undergrowth of the flooded plains. A mother, fiercely protective, yet incredibly gentle with her playful cubs, must constantly balance the exhaustion of motherhood with the endless demand for food. Her striking coat renders her nearly invisible as she begins her silent stalk through the golden brown grass. Every muscle is tightly coiled, every step carefully calculated to produce absolute silence. But the jaguar's mastery extends far beyond the dry land. Without hesitation, she takes to the wide, slow-moving rivers, swimming with a powerful, fluid grace. She is an apex predator of two worlds, earth and water, slipping across the current to resume her silent hunt on the opposite shore. As the fiery sun dips below the horizon, the intense heat of the day finally dissipates, and a new shift of predators awakens. The transition from day to night in the Pantanal is a mesmerizing symphony of deepening shadows. Emerging from the brush is the ocelot, a smaller yet exceptionally lethal cousin of the jaguar. Clad in a beautiful cream-colored coat, broken by stark, dark spots, this feline is a master of the nocturnal undergrowth. Relying on large, luminous eyes and an acute sense of hearing, the ocelot patrols its marked territory with absolute stealth. A faint scurry in the dry leaves is all it takes to trigger an agonizingly deliberate stalk, culminating in a sudden, explosive pounce into the darkness. Throughout the long, sweltering hours of the day, the Pantanal teems with a vibrant cast of supporting characters, each playing a vital role in this complex ecological web. From the lightning-fast dives of the kingfisher to the meticulous foraging of roseate spoonbills, the waterways are a constant flurry of avian activity. In the punishing heat of the early afternoon, relief is sought wherever it can be found. Large, prehistoric-looking tapirs submerge themselves in cooling mud baths, entirely unbothered by the opportunistic birds picking at their backs. Yet, even in the stifling stillness of the midday heat, the drama of survival continues unabated. The jaguar, ever persistent, uses the towering grass to conceal her approach once more, her amber eyes locked onto distant herds. As the light softens into a spectacular canvas of deep oranges and purples, the diurnal animals seek shelter, and the wetlands brace for the encroaching twilight. When the final sliver of the sun vanishes and the stars lay claim to the sky, the Pantanal is wholly transformed. Under the bright, illuminating gaze of a full moon, the nocturnal hunters come into their own. Moving like a shadow detached from the darkness, the ocelot resumes its silent patrol, retreating to the safety of the upper canopy to feed undisturbed. The night here is never truly a time of rest, but of hidden, frantic activity. From the slow crawl of iridescent beetles to the silent flights of massive bats, the ecosystem thrives under the cover of darkness. Caimans float like sunken logs in the silver-streaked rivers, while the haunting calls of distant birds echo across the plains. As the moon reaches its zenith, casting a serene glow over the blooming water lilies, the vast, untamed wilderness of the Pantanal continues its endless cycle of life, death, and spectacular endurance.